Friends, visual learning is not a new concept. As infants, all of us, without knowing any form of learning, we started to learn what we are now talking of visual learning. We gather a tremendous amount of information, data, learned skills visually and quickly by using this form of learning. But as we grow older, our visual skills, observing, communicating, and analyzing pictures, images have been diminished as our focus turned to other forms of communication such as written and spoken. This might not have happened in all of us, but majority of us. Our system of education also largely is responsible for this disastrous status of our content delivery and learning in the classroom right from pre-primary, primary, secondary and higher education. Our present system has suppressed our thinking faculty in most of our learning, making us to memorize and omit. But friends, we are in the world today filled with laptops, smartphones, tablets, and visual reality machines. These have all the tools with graphic centric interface. It is necessary for teachers of today to use these resources to offer 21st century learners to thrive in an increasingly visual world. The other day, when I was reading biography of the great scientist Albert Einstein, I was fascinated to read one of his quotes. He says, the world of language as they are written or spoken do not seem to play any role in my mechanism of thoughts. Fantastic, isn't it? It has made me to ponder over for a long time. According to Albert Einstein, words do not contribute to our thinking process. Then, how should we teach engineering subjects, arts, commerce, or as a matter of fact, any discipline subject without using words? But, friends, further, Einstein also added in the same quote the physical entity which seemed to serve as element in thoughts are certain signs and more or less clear images. Meaning, words do not contribute much to our thinking process, but images and pictures do contribute a lot. Hope you have heard saying a picture is worth 1,000 words. Again, Albert Einstein said it. To emphasize this concept, let me show you a simple exercise. Let us distribute this worksheet to a group of learners. If you look at this sheet, it is clearly spelled out in words, color, the shape that is same as the first shape in each row. Fine. I do not think the learner need to think anything. So he or she starts painting and completes the project as spelt in the words. But let us distribute the same sheet to another group without words statement as you see here. Give them the required color pencils. Some mediocre learners may say the question itself is wrong. Nothing is spelled what to do. But some creative learners will be very happy and he or she starts painting as he or she thinks. The result will be surprising as you see the sheet. There could be as many new ideas as the number of learners. Are you convinced by this simple exercise that the words do not contribute much to evoke thinking process? Friends, this is applicable in higher learning environment too for our information. As teachers, we need to design such exercises occasionally to evoke the thinking faculty of our learners related to the subjects we are teaching. We need to engage the today's learners for all the time that we teach by exhibiting different approaches to create interest in learning. That is where visual learning takes the center stage, friends. Then, what is visual learning? Visual learning is defined as an assimilation of information and a transfer into knowledge through visual formats. Then, what are the visual formats? Visual formats are videos, images, flowcharts, diagrams, graphs, cartoons, slideshows, and so on. But you may be thinking that all these formats are being used in the present day content delivery in the classroom teaching. Yes, I know these formats are in use, but most of them are dumb pictures, friends. My concept of formats are not dumb but dynamic pictures. I will clear these aspects as we proceed further. Friends, now let me show you few classroom tutorial demo videos. Look at these videos and observe how dumb pictures could be made dynamic using ICT and how animation could be added to create interest in the learners. Consider the Faraday's experimental setup shown in figure. If he explains saying that when the magnet is moved towards the coil, the galvanometer pointer moves on one side, and when the magnet is moved away from the coil, the moment will be on the other side. When the magnet is stationary, the deflection will be zero. This, I say, explanation using dumb image. But now I will show you how this dumb image could be transformed into dynamic image. Consider the same words explanation given earlier. When the magnet is moved towards the coil, the galvanometer pointer moves on one side, and when the magnet becomes stationary, the pointer will come back to zero. When the magnet is moved away from the coil, the moment will be on the other side, and when magnet becomes stationary, the pointer will come back to zero. Meaning, the induced EMF in the coil is present only when the magnet is moving and there is a flux linking the coil is changing. Let me show you another demo video. In this video, you observe how the audio content is synchronized and converted into visual content.
Hey guys, welcome to Tab Source Spaces. In this tutorial, we will learn about structures and unions. Before learning about structures, let's learn some basic concepts about arrays and then compare them with structures. An array is a collection of homogeneous elements which can be accessed by a common name. Homogeneous elements simply means elements with the same data type. When you declare an integer array, a block of memory will be allocated for that variable. The size of this block of memory depends on the size of the array. Since the size of the array is 5, 5 parts will be done in this block for each array element with a base address. The base address is the memory location of the first part of this block. Considering the size of integer as 2 bytes, the size of each part will be 2 bytes. Hence, the memory locations for these parts will be 2016, 2018, 2020, and 2022. Variable A will store the base address of the memory block that is allocated, even though it is not a pointer variable. That's why it is also called as internal pointer variable. Check out this video to learn more about pointers. We can access the elements of an array with an array index. When an array is declared, all the locations or parts will be initialized with garbage value. When the values are provided, these values will be initialized in each location in the block of memory.
Friends, this video is created by undergraduate student studying in BCA who attended my workshop on creating classroom tutorial videos using Active Presenter. Friends, by this time, I hope you are convinced and appreciate the power of visual learning. The benefits of visual learning are: visual learning helps the learners to develop their thinking faculty. The learners understand better and retain information by associating with ideas, words, concepts, and images. Clear narration, synchronizing audio content with the visual content helps to create interest in learning. Focused and fascinating videos make the learners to be attentive throughout the content delivery. Above all, visual learning is time saving and technology friendly. Friends, I am sure this presentation is the need of the hour for the present and for the future too. Today, teacher's role is to be much more than only teaching. Introducing visual learning concept and adopting different skills to evoke the thinking faculty of the learners makes the learning pleasurable to all concerned. Friends, let me conclude with the quote of Dr. Franklin D. Roosevelt. He says, "We can't build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future." Very, very apt for the today's environment. As teachers, let us update ourselves to be competent to build our youth for the future. Thank you for watching.